to Off the Board, presented by Better Day, powered by FanDuel. I'm Colby Marshall. Alongside me is Jake Hassan. As always, behind the scenes, producer Maddie Spice, the always spicy and nicey producer Maddie Spice. Big day, Friday. A lot of us celebrating, a lot of us having payday, a lot of us excited that next month is a 3-check month. Some of us haven't had that in 2 years. I'm pretty excited. That is the greatest month, other than your birthday, maybe. I think the triple payday month is the greatest month you can have as an adult. Am I wrong? Jake, hello, welcome in.
Hey, buddy. It's pretty great. I didn't even realize that it was that. So that's pretty awesome.
The first is a Friday.
That's pretty great. Love that. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Like the triple payday month is an elite feeling, just because even though all of the weeks are the same, like it's 52 weeks in a year, that doesn't change anything. But like, it just feels like you got more wiggle room. Like you're a little more inclined to be like, I am going to get that extra beer. I am going to get that extra booze drink, Haas. I am going to go get another little treat, actually. So, yeah, I mean, it's a nice feeling. Is it as nice as being fully employed and, having as much employment as we would like? No, but, you take what you can get.
What's going on, Crutch?
Oh, Crutch is here. What up?
My girlfriend went on a trip with the last time she had a triple check. She went on a trip by herself because couldn't afford it. She's like, yeah, I'm going to go. She said, yeah.
Wait. Did she at least ask? Was the invite sent? Did she say like, hey, I'm going to go. Do you want to come with? Or was it just, see ya, a long trip out of town for a redacted name?
Here, I will word it this way. It was both. Fam, what's up? It was both. It was one of those where it was 2 weeks prior, and she goes, hey, I don't know if you want to go to this, but I booked this just now. And I was just like, that's not an invite. But I'm like, right. I'm not about to argue because I wasn't going to go regardless.
She knew the answer.
It was the Super Bowl week. Awesome. Yeah.
That's
awesome. Like, I'm not going.
Yeah, right. It's I mean, hey, where did she go? Out of curiosity.
San Diego. She went to the San Diego Zoo. She was there, Jake, awesome. For 2 hours. Let's just say that. It wasn't even a trip. If you fly in somewhere on a Friday and your only full day there is Saturday and you leave Sunday, that's not a vacation. That's a 1 day in some other state. I don't think that's a vacation. I think a vacation.
Okay, wait.
That is a wasted vacation.
Wait. Okay, not bad. I don't disagree. Give me like a full time. Like, this is so stupid. This is the dumbest show anyway. Better Day, Off the Board, by the way. Jake Hassan, Colby Marshall, presented by FanDuel.
It says in the little subhead that we do nonsense.
Yeah, that's true. This is such a dumb show. So, okay. When did she leave Friday? Like, what time did the flight
3 a.m. Like
okay.
6.
Okay, so theoretically, 6 a.m. flight out of Chicago Central Time. I don't think we're doxing anything saying that you live in the Chicagoland area. Flight out of Chicago, 6 a.m. Central Time. So it's 4 a.m. Pacific Time in San Diego. That's a 3-hour flight? 4-hour flight? 4-hour flight, I think.
I think she got there at, I want to say noon or 1 hour time.
What? She must have.
I think she
had to have had a layover.
I could be wrong. I mean, again, this was 2 months ago. I don't remember the whole thing.
You know what?
But
get her in the room.
No, she's not even here.
There's no.
Let me go get Palmer.
Okay. This does change things. Like, to not fly direct doing that is crazy. That's outrageous work.
You should have heard the price just to get there and live there for the 2 days.
I'm gonna have to text your roommate. We're gonna have to have a conversation.
Oh my god! But like, long story short, she was there awake. Like, if you're there awake, one full day and then half a day Friday and then Sunday you can't do anything. That's not a trip.
So that was my next question. When did she get back Sunday?
She landed like 30 minutes before the Super Bowl started, I think.
I didn't fly on Super Bowl Sunday too. So she landed. Let's just say, okay, so she was back home for the Super Bowl. She was back home for the Super Bowl on Sunday night.
Yes.
At 6 o'clock, 6:30, whatever it was. Okay,
yes.
That's so then presumably
there's a wasted that if you knew the amount, outer.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you
that'd be
knew
crazy.
the amount,
You don't have to discuss
if
your
you
finances
knew the
publicly.
amount she said she paid, she said, I got to get out of here. It's too gray. I go, well, you've been living here for 29 years in Illinois.
So I will push back a little bit on the Friday. I think if you land somewhere Friday at, let's call it noon. Let's just say noon. You got a lot of time on a Friday night. You have presumably.
She also had jet lag. She was like, I'm trying to stay awake right now.
Well,
I'm
right,
like,
but
this is just a waste.
As you should. No, because like I get that. I would do the same thing. Like you can't go to the Airbnb hotel, whatever, and lay down. Like you got to push through. Like you got to go drop your shit. Sorry, and you got to go drop your stuff, and then just go right to lunch. Like you gotta go drop your bags, maybe take a shower if you really want to get the airplane
Yeah,
grime off of you.
you
gotta
were at
do
the
that.
airport. You should shower.
Yeah, you got to do that. Get the airport grime off of you. But you take a shower, you change, you go right to lunch, you get you a booze drink, Hoss, because then it's, let's call it 1 o'clock at that point. You're rolling. Like you just got to keep it. And San Diego is a lovely place. Like if she had gone to Topeka,
She loved the zoo.
Like
she
yeah,
loved the zoo. She said that was
great.
the best zoo she's ever seen.
Like I have heard that about the zoo. I'm not even making a joke. Like people
I'm
do
not
say
a
the
zoo
San
guy.
Diego Zoo.
I'm a big Lincoln Park Zoo guy because it's free.
Right? Yeah, you do. I do have to take advantage of that more. There's somebody watching, I think, who we
You're
should do
right
that. So.
there. Just walk.
I know where I'm at. That's why I'm saying it. Anyway, Morgan, please take a note of that. But my point being that's 2 straight days. That's 2 full days. Like that Friday's a full day. Like if you
It's
go
a day and a half.
I'm willing to call it 2 days. The Sunday is a wash because you got to worry about getting to the airport, how soon you got to be there. I'm willing to call that Friday. You land at noon in San Diego on a Friday. You got a full day ahead of you, Hoss. If you really want to, you can push through Slamma Celsius. You're not going to bed till midnight, 1 o'clock if you really try.
So here's my take on it. Maybe, I mean, not for a trip in February, but like right now, or maybe May, June, July, August, I don't know. If I just want to do something for, I don't know, a day, the warmer months, I'm just going to rent out an Airbnb in Wisconsin or Michigan or something like that. That seems more bang for my buck. And I can get there whenever I want, regardless of when I have to check in. I can get there, park, and go to the beach or something.
Yeah,
I think that's just a better bang for your buck. Like going to the West Coast for technically 1 full day is a waste of my damn time. If more of my travel time is getting to and from, I'm not going. Oh, but Colby, isn't it like an hour away, like Wisconsin or Michigan? Yes, but I can get the maximum amount of hours, hour maxing, excuse me, that was for Jake. That came to my head.
That was good. That was good. We're
hour maxing, baby. We're hour maxing. All right, let's get into the show.
Maxing.
People don't care about vacation.
Time maxing is better.
We're waste maxing right now because we're wasting everybody's time talking about travel. Folks, I have yet another rant I want to go on. Pull this out because the noise canceling is clogged. Chewy, what's going on? Welcome in. Everybody that's listening to the audio version, you can watch us live. We're going to be more consistent on Wednesdays and Fridays, so get used to it. We're here, Tuesday. All right, rant time. We got to go back to the WNBA. I'm going back to the WNBA. I think it was yesterday or Wednesday afternoon after we recorded, or yesterday, whatever it was. It happened after our show on Wednesday, after I already dug into that league. Let me preface this. Love the league. Have the All-Star game, WNBA finals, gone to a couple Sky games as a journalist. I've covered the league. The league loves to get in its way. And with AZ Fudd going #1 to the Wings and her having a relationship with Paige Beckers, who's already been there, former #1 overall pick as well, journalists asked about their relationship because they've been posted before. And the Wings cut off Fudd to tell her, we're not answering those questions. I understand the PR and the media people are there for the best interest for the players, but Fudd could have said, I got this. These questions have to be asked. They have to be asked. The whole league this isn't the first relationship that's ever transpired in the WNBA. And it just drives me nuts that we're just babying the question. It's not even the most intense question. It's more of a fun play thing. If you're asking me personally, I don't think it's worth being like, nah, hey, we're not doing that. What are we doing? Why are we coddling? Why are we babying? If we want to take it seriously, answer the questions. Answer the questions. And I understand some people get them wrong. Some people are really bad at their job. They're talking about last year with Caitlin Clark getting those, I don't remember the exact questions, but we remember that weird journalist that was asking some really sus stuff. But this isn't sus. This is something that is already going on in the league. We know this. The stud buds, they're together. There's other ones. You got Ellie Quigley and Vandersloot. They're married. Answer the question. And also, we want to talk about we don't want to make this a drama-filled league. That's how the NBA sells. And I'm not saying it has to be the selling point for the W. But the men's league, that's the only thing people are going to listen to. The drama. And I honestly think it's more interesting to find out about people actually dating on the team. I think that's interesting. So that's my take.
To your point about like the men's NBA, like they thrive off this drama. We had a story today of how LaMelo Ball was trying to talk to Bam Adebayo after a play-in game for the playoffs, and that Bam was just like, "No, I'm gonna hit the shower. See you later." Like that. We talked about, like, there was a headline this morning. Like, for the Wings, I think this is a worse look for the Wings just because it says, like, you don't trust your players. Like, it implies that you don't trust.
Let me cut you off real quick, because that's a
very
good point.
Oh, wow, look, you're treating me like the Wings are treating their players. No, I'm kidding.
And this is AZ Fudd, who played at a Blue Blood.
Yeah.
You're telling me
is media trained.
She's the most media trained, if not the second, in the second being anyone who plays at South Carolina. In South Carolina, UConn, you're the most media-trained team in the country. Continue. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, that was it. I mean, that was like this and I get maybe because the Wings are the new team, maybe that they're the new expansion team, they're just skittish, maybe, I don't know. But like, you got to have faith in an adult to be able to say, yeah, to your point, Colby, in something that's an established norm in the league too. Like, I just think it's a bad look for the Wings to just imply, and this is taking a leap, I guess, but like imply that they don't trust their player and trust their number 1 overall draft pick. It's weird. It's weirdness. I'm sure they'll give her the opportunity to speak on it at some point in the future, but like,
yeah,
in that immediate aftermath, it's a bad look. I agree.
As if men don't get weirder questions. Like, I'm sure those draft questions that the guys at the Combine got are wild. Wild. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, prime example, a guy who has a very unique off-the-field life. He doesn't talk to his family. We all know that. We've questioned his love life for 2 decades.
And its existence.
Yes. So, again, I don't care what Aaron Rodgers does off the field.
The guy put on a fake wedding ring. I mean, come on.
It's just there are so many more weirder questions that could have been asked, that have been asked, and that one to be the one we're like, yeah.
Right.
We're gonna kibosh that. Seinfeld, great episode. I love the league. I think the league is very interesting, and I think there are so many cool stories out there that go under the radar because that's what got me into covering it. Because I'm like, I forgot her name. Her last name is Mack. She was working at a chicken factory prior to going pro. I'm like, that's the coolest story. Dee Richards had a health scare and then led her team to the Elite Eight for Baylor. I forgot what the health scare was. Another cool story. Just wild stuff. Matt, if you can let me know what the health scare was again, I know it's like astronomically, like a terrifying scare. So I can't remember what it was, but it was Dee Richards, who was awesome for a couple years, and then I think she's overseas now. But there's so many cool stories, and I think the relationship story, even if it's a reality TV-esque thing, and I hate reality TV, I think it's pretty damn interesting, the dynamic. It's like not to compare it to like LeBron and Bronny, but it's family. Like, your relationship is your family.
Yeah. It's
spinal cord. Yes, she was paralyzed. That's what it was. She was paralyzed. She couldn't walk. And then she led the team to the Elite Eight that same season.
I love
Insane.
this is a complete unrelated to anything we've been talking about. My building is vacuuming the hallway for, I'm not kidding, the third time this week.
Liberty.
I've lived here for 6 months ish. 8. I have never heard them vacuum the hallways more than I have this week. Never more than this week. It's ridiculous. I'm pissed right now. Are you okay? Oh my God. I just want. This is why you need to be watching this on video, on YouTube, on Twitch, or on Twitter. Because Colby, I'm not kidding, just went to chew some ice. And the face that he made was like, it was like watching an animal try to throw up. Like it was like watching it. Like it, I can only imagine the sound that I imagined in my head was like that old video. Remember that old video of that fish? And it's like that's what it sounded like. That's what I imagined it sounded like. And you're still muted, my king, so you might want to fix that. How long do we think this is gonna go? He's still muted. He still doesn't know that he's muted.
Sorry, it was because I coughed. I didn't want you guys to hear me coughing. It's the Liberty, Tukey. Just the
Oh,
talk about the LA
that was
Dodgers
so
basketball
funny.
teams. All right, let's
That
get
was,
into
that
it.
was
Let's
so
get into
funny.
Did you miss the first ice cube that went on the table too?
Oh, I heard it. I heard you go for it, and then you muted, and so I was like, all right, let me just take this for a second. And then I just see.
I'm glad I muted because I did cough. All right, let's get into baseball
wow.
chatter.
That's behind the paywall.
Biggest thing that happened yesterday, Vinny Pasquantino showed up.
That's
Vinny
the biggest thing that
Pasquantino.
happened. I hate you.
First thing I wrote down. It's about damn time. I think this series with him in New York, maybe he'll get a couple more with the short ports being a lefty. Fingers crossed, baby. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. It's about time. 39 to go. I think it's a pretty simple ask. 39 to go.
It's not impossible. I mean, you still have 90+% of the season to go. I just
So
like
we're only
this,
22% in.
right. Is it that much already? Is it really over 20%?
I was shocked too when I saw it Pickett
Holy
told me.
hell. Unrelated. No, there's no way. Because there's 162 games in the season. 10% of that would be 16 games, and there's only been like 20 games. There's no way it's 20%.
I said 22, but whatever.
Yeah, there's no shot. It's like barely 10%. Anyway, this isn't math. This is baseball. Well, I guess it's
It's the first drive of the season.
I would love for it to be the start of the Royals offense. Well, actually, if that could start tomorrow, because we have some bets on the Yankees later, which we'll get into. But I mean, this Royals team, are we just going to do this again like last year where we're waiting? We look at all the talent. Look at the pitching's actually pretty good. And then they just do nothing with it. Like this AL Central is way up for grabs and just nobody wants it. And like the Royals have an MVP candidate with Bobby Witt Jr. We talked about on Wednesday. I think Amanda threw it in the chat that 29 times out of 32 that Bobby Witt Jr. has been on second base, he just gets stranded there. Like, are we doing this again with the
statistician.
Royals? Yeah, the R&D department. Like, I was so hyped for the Royals after they acquired Isaac Collins that they were going to call up Carter Jensen right away. I thought this offense was going to be
Who's a
legit.
rock star?
And Jensen's great. He's been ever since the oversleeping, the clock gate. Ever since he was.
Oh,
sleep,
he's overperformed.
since he was
Overachieved.
sleep maxing during a game. Like he's been fantastic, and everyone else just sucks. Everyone else except for Jensen and Witt in that lineup, they suck. They blow.
Everyone that should be contributing isn't. I mean, Miguel Garcia is not really doing much. Salvi is. You can't get mad at Salvi. He's an old man.
Yeah,
but
and he's 62 years
the
old.
veteran presence you would think would boost the team somehow. But Vinny is struggling. Here's my only gray area, and you know where I'm going with this.
I really don't.
This is
actually.
this is the 1 month you want to be ice cold.
Yeah, that's
This is
fair.
the one. This is and I not even the 1 month you want to be ice cold. This is the most acceptable month to be ice cold.
Yeah, I agree with that. And like, I mean, they've lost 4 in a row, but the thing is, and back to my original, the AL Central is way up for grabs. Like the 11 and 8,
not the A's. The Twins locked it up.
Worse.
Twins locked
the 11 and 8 Twins are not holding on to this division. Now, if you want to make the argument for the Guardians, and I mean the Tigers now finally turning it on, like 6 in a row. They've been great. Speaking of which, a lot of people mad at me on TikTok for saying that Max Clark should be starting in center field. A lot of people are mad at me.
Who's in center right now for him?
Wencel Perez. But like and
Wetzel's Pretzel?
And that was the thing. Everyone was like, who's checking in after Wetzel hit the game-winning home run the other night? And I was like, okay, talk about the other 10 hitless at-bats. That was literally his first hit of the year. And of course, it's all the old men in the comments being like, he needs to stop worrying about whatever. We've done the Max Clark thing. We don't have to do that right now. But my point being,
did somebody get mad about the chain stuff? Get out of here.
Yeah, of course. The chains, the earrings, the eyeball, of course. And guess what? It was an old white man decrepit in his profile picture. Shocker. But my point being, the Royals have all this talent. And Amanda and Maddie said, like, Jonathan India, ever since they traded for him, Jonathan India has been brutal. Like, he stinks. And that's why they brought in Isaac Collins to try and fill that void. He hasn't been very good either. Still waiting for Chad Caglione to do literally anything.
Dude, I forgot he's there.
Yes, you forget he's there.
When I mentioned Salvi and Vinny, forgot to. I'm like, who the else is in that lineup? Oh yeah, the guy that everyone was running to bet.
And you mentioned Michael Garcia. Like they gave Michael a 5-year extension.
A bag.
They gave him a bag. Nothing. So I'm not saying that we have to go rush and bet the Royals because I don't know if this is ever going to flip. Like it's probably just going to be the Guardians and the Tigers again, and we just all rip our hair out. But speaking of the AL Central, speaking of the Guardians, how about that for a segue? I mean, Parker Messick. Like this dude. I mean, Colby going into yesterday's start, he had 10 career starts dating back to last August, a 2.04 ERA, top 10 in the league over that span. And then he goes out 0 earned runs yesterday too. Almost a no-hitter. Like this kid, and it's insane calling him a kid, which he's actually a kid because he's actually younger than us, which is, but anyway, I digress.
Thanks for liking that tweet, by the way, the overachievers.
Oh yeah.
It's my favorite go-to for when I see somebody younger than me making FU money.
Yeah.
Overachiever.
Overachievers. Hey, our Venmos are open.
Tryhards. Bunch of losers. Yeah. Look at us. No jobs.
Partially employed. Woo! Quick sidebar. Speaking of that, I killed the vibes in my family group chat last night because my sister's a vet in Florida, famously, and she just got a contract offer from a clinic in Australia, and so everyone in the family group chat's like, "Wow, congratulations, that's really awesome," blah blah. And I go, "Damn, she's double employed, and here I am with half a job," and nobody responded. That was it. It's the end of the conversation. I killed the vibes in the group chat. Anyway, what was the thing? Oh, the Guardians. Messick's awesome. I mean, he's technically a rookie, but I think he cleared the threshold last year with his number of innings pitched.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he did too.
So now though, the thing is, like, the next obvious question is Cy Young, and Maddie put this in our group chat, not in here, but on our phones. I don't know why I felt the need to specify that. Whatever. That his Cy Young price is shorter than guys like Nathan Eovaldi and Hunter Brown. Granted, Hunter Brown's hurt, but like we're talking about Parker Messick Cy Young. There's a 60-1 out there on him, Colby. I thought about it because you look at this guy's Savant page. It's all red numbers. It's all 86th percentile but 90th percentile. Oh, thanks, Paj. Appreciate that. Yeah, she's an animal junkie though. That was like her dream forever to go to Australia. Point being, like his peripherals match up completely with how awesome he's been. I have no reason to, like, now am I saying I'm going to go bet the 60 on Parker Messick to win AL Cy Young? No, I'm not going to do that because I do think there's going to be regression at some point. He's a young pitcher. He's in the second year of his career. At some point, the league is going to catch up. But man, is the upside tantalizing with this kid.
Yeah, I don't have many thoughts on this because, again, It's early on the
it
season.
doesn't
So
have to be Cy Young, but I mean, like, just if you want to spin it to a Guardians AL Central over anything.
I was gonna mention
even watching
how
the start yesterday.
I didn't get the chance to watch it. I was at work and I didn't have the game on. But I will say, to stick in the Guardian talk, Jose turning it on right now.
Yep.
I'm pretty damn happy. I'm pretty damn happy for that 30 home run ticket.
Could this finally be it? Like, could he finally get across this year? Like, if
Across
Judge
what?
MVP,
No,
you don't think so?
I don't think so. I think they would have to win the Central,
Okay.
which is doable. Feasible.
Yeah.
But again, there's another guy who plays at Houston who looks better than the two of them.
But if Houston misses, I know like baseball words, you don't have to have team success. But like if Houston misses the playoffs, or I mean, let's be honest, we know we're talking about Yordan Alvarez anyway. Like he's gonna get hurt at some point. It's just,
Why would you
I
say
hate
that?
saying it because it happens every year. And I'm just thinking, like, I'm just saying, with Jose Ramirez, okay, fine. Even if we're saying, like, and to your point, for people who are not up to speed on Jose Ramirez lately, last 7 games, 333, 438, 704, 1100 OPS. Last 14 days, 2 weeks, as it were, 271, 386.
Started the season
500.
under 200.
He started the season horribly, and now he's
Flip the
turning it
switch.
around. And I mean, like, if Judge and Witt, like, if Witt's team is gonna suck and he can't pile up stats because nothing else is happening in that lineup, Gunnar, I'm willing to hear that argument. And I mean, our 40 home run bets on him, I think it might be a sweat, but we're in good shape, as we say on April 17th. But like, if Judge isn't gonna run away with this, and like people, because you underestimate, Colby, like people want to give it to Jose Ramirez. How many years have we been saying, man, if not for Aaron Judge, if not for Shohei Ohtani, we'd be talking about Jose Ramirez more. We've been saying that for the better part of a decade now. So I just feel like, because he's not 25 years old anymore. So I feel like if it comes down to it, right?
He's 35?
He's let me see. I still have this
I got
baseball
it.
records pulled up. He is 33. You're right. Like,
Yeah.
I think people are going to want to give it to him because the thought being like, let's let's put it this way. Let's just say for funsies that we get to the end of the year and your finalists are Judge, Yordan, and Jose Ramirez. And let's say that
Jordan.
you think, like, let's say the stats are all within a couple percentage points of each other.
Can
Wouldn't the thought be that Yordan Alvarez is going to be around for a lot longer? He's going to be around for the next.
Are you
10
thinking
years
this in the same sense of how we felt with Zach Wheeler last year? The darling,
Yes,
like
but
the
also
always
Zach
a bridesmaid.
But it's different because Zach Wheeler's shoulder exploded. Like that's different. Like
That was the greatest bet that never won that I had.
right, but to answer your question, yeah, that's what I mean. Like Jose Ramirez has never won one, been top 5, top 3 multiple times. People love him. Because you have to remember, it's the argument I made last year on the now defunct networks and shows that we used to work at. Like, these are human people. People love this guy. People are dying for him to get more recognition. So if Judge is just okay, or they're around the same, and the thought is that Yordan Alvarez is going to be around for 10 years, I can't believe we're having this discussion on April 17th, but here we are. We kind of backed ourselves into it. I hijacked this thing. That's on me. But can you give me a second? So the point being that won't these guys say, hey, Jose Ramirez, like, you earned it. Maybe it's not the best year of your career, but we've been dying to give you this award for 5, 6, 7 years. Colby Marshall, you had your hand up. What do you want to say?
Yes. I've been waiting to ask this question. If he continues this season that he's on, we all think he could bat 300, hit 32 plus home runs, et cetera, et cetera. Lead the league, or lead the Guardians to win the Central. What month do you think we get the article headlining most underappreciated superstar Jose Ramirez? Nobody ever talks about him. What month do we get that yearly article?
June 7th.
It's a good month. It's a good month and a good date. Because we always get that stupid article. He's always been good.
Yes.
editor to journalist. Guys, slow week. You think we could get that J-Ram article out?
But that's what I mean, Colby. Like and yes, people are humans. I'm an idiot, but like emotions come into play here. But like to your point of like Jose Ramirez is a bona fide superstar. That we get the underappreciated thing every year, and yet I'm going to read this to you because this is his baseball reference page. Since 2017, Colby, starting in 2017, third in MVP, no votes weirdly in 2019, 2020, second, sixth in 2021, fourth, 10th, fifth, third. Like, it's.
I think the 10th,
like I said,
was the 10th of 2022, right? Or 23?
The 10th was 2023.
That's his worst season in the last 5 years, too.
I mean, yeah, he's unbelievable. So that's all, and I'll stop saying it after this. But if we get to the end of the year, and I think his MVP price is still in the 20s right now, we get to the end of the year, and Judge is just okay, or if Judge just, and this is gonna be crazy to say, if he only hits 50 home runs again, and then it's Yordan who, let's say Yordan stays healthy, but if Yordan doesn't run away with a batting title or the home, like if he's not blowing these guys out of the water, let's say all of the stats are generally the same with a couple differences here. Like, okay, Yordan hits 45 home runs, but Jose has a 30-30 season or a 35-35 season. Like, aren't these voters going to think, wow, Jose has been in top 10 MVP and mostly top 5 MVP for 10 years and has always been just short. And he's coming, like he's 33. We don't know how much longer this is going to go around. Meanwhile, Yordan's 24. I just kind of think there's a chance that he gets it. So,
that comment's hilarious, by the way, Amanda. We do need Malort. And I just want a little shout out to Malort, our future sponsor. There's only two types of people in this world: liars and people that love Malort. There's no in betweens. Everybody loves Malort. Have a handshake with a friend. That's old style and a Malort shot. Everyone deserves that.
Have a handshake after the gym today.
So, I threw this to Matt earlier, and I'm gonna tee it up to you. Not really tee up. Just want to start a conversation.
Well,
I think I found my verbal meme of no thanks. I don't need that brain. I think Mason. I already think Mason Miller's winning Cy Young. Kyle Raleigh walked so Mason Miller could run. It's a wasted bet. Every year I do this.
I'll say this. If you got in early, if you got Mason Miller at 100-1 before the year, good bet, great bet. Even I'll give you that. But if you got in here on Mason Miller and you're saying
even last week at 30-1, and especially now at 15-1 or whatever it is, I think the longest price is 17. I personally, yes. No disrespect, you're an asshat. You're an absolute asshat.
I mean, again,
it's April 17th.
Colby, I'll read you what I did the other day. Going back to Zach Britton a few years ago, 2016, exactly 10 years ago. 0.54 ERA, 47 saves, 69 nice games. Finished fourth. Not even in the top 3. Zach Britton, 0.54 ERA. Like, I get it. Mason Miller's awesome. He's going to win reliever of the year. But, like, it's in a world where he has to go against Paul Skeens, Shohei Ohtani, who was magnificent the other night. Yamamoto. Christopher Sanchez. Logan Webb's pitching better. Jacob Mizorowski. I just don't see, like, Mason Miller, he'll probably finish top 5. Never winning. Never.
Again, the fact that it was taking over our timeline, I mean, at least it was taking over mine last week for as long as it was. I get it, but talk about the stats. The amount of bet slips I saw, I'm like, it's April.
Yeah.
It's not like he's a diamond in the rough and it's August. And it's like, who's got a really good price? What are we doing? I can't grasp that. We just spent the last 4 months digging into futures. You don't have a good enough sample size to be like, this is great. He could, and I'm not wishing upon this. I wish upon a star. I'm not wishing upon anything, but he could fall off a literal cliff for the next 6 months. It's not worth it.
And I'll take this even a step further. Because the Padres never trade superstars a year after acquiring them. That never happens. I know Mason Miller has control for the next 3 years, but it's out of the realm of possibility. Oh, by the way, Padres just got sold to a new ownership team.
I'm just a big on let it marinate. Let it breathe. Let it be a good take before you fire off long shot. I understand price and I understand
okay,
all
see
of
that's where I
I
disagree
get it.
with you. Me and you have differing opinions on this.
On marinating? If it was May, I'd hear you out.
I think that
if people are shoveling snow in this country, I don't want to hear about a future.
See, you and I are
Crutch
different
was
on that.
shoveling last week. Good take by me. Good take.
I'm willing to jump in on a future. Like, I mean, Crutch puts 80-1 was out last week. If you took it, I'll hear you out. I wouldn't have. That wouldn't have been my thing. Like, I'll hear you out, but I think like, okay, take it
Again, but here. Let me.
I don't completely disagree with you, but like, I.
This
think
is
if
why
you're
I'm
strong
comparing it
enough
to
in-
Cal.
Sure.
This is why I'm comparing it to Cal. Because you mentioned the 80-1. I don't know what it is now. Matt can probably let us know on what it is on FanDuel. 17? Okay. Yeah. So, prime example. And this is where I would be like, you can buy in right now on something. June 2025. Prior to the Seattle Mariners going to Chicago, Cal Raleigh's MVP price was 20-1. I wrote it, and I said, that's a good bet. I go, if you think Cal Raleigh is a certified AL MVP winner, you are buying in right now and you are not waiting. He went on to hit 6 home runs that series. He dropped down to basically third best odds to win it all. And then it was the last time you could bet it. And then the whole month of July was everyone going, I'm taking Cal Raleigh. Morons! Where were you a month prior when he was doing that same stuff? There's a difference between getting in at the right time, Zach Wheeler last year, and then getting in at a bonehead price.
Yes. Okay.
You can say no. You can say I think this is going to win it. Do not buy in at a BS price. Because when you could have got 21 at that price, same thing with the 80-1. If you got the 80-1, good for you. It's a good price. But if you want to talk to me right now at 30-1, 31 is not a bad price, especially when you said there's a 17-1 out there. But if you want to talk to me about something anywhere below 10-1 in the month of April, get out of my face.
I mean, Crutch puts like I think I would only jump in at 100-1. Like 80-1 even for me is like, it's still a reliever. Like he's got to have a better ERA than Britton did in 2016 and .54. And you have to hope that all of these guys, Skeens, Ohtani, Yamamoto, Sanchez, and I know I said they were all vulnerable last week, but they're vulnerable to each other, not because that was when I was banging the table for Ohtani 30-1. Best price you could get on him now is 16-1, by the way. Not going to take a victory lap on April 17th. But like, Colby, to your point, like, yes, you like, okay, so we do agree, like, don't jump in on a future just because everybody else is doing it. If you have conviction, like Femi and I did on Ohtani at 30-1, and it was April 1st or whatever, then that's when, if you're convicted in that, jump in like I did, like Femi did. If you think that the AL Cy Young and you
don't
have
jump
nothing,
in the pool because everyone else is.
Right.
That's my point.
But if you're like me, like when I was talking about AL Cy Young a couple days ago, where I think the price is ridiculous and the disparity, that's the word I was looking for the other day. Price disparity. Like between Scooble and the next closest, like I think there's hashtag value on Brian Wu at 14-1. I think there's hashtag value on Kevin Gausman at 41 because the numbers tell us that they're closer to Scooble than the odds do. But don't, to Colby's point, this is where I'll agree with them. Everyone is betting Mason Miller down to hell, and you're like, well, I don't want to miss the train. I can't.
You're the guy in the back of the train on the red line.
Yeah. That video was bananas, by the way. But you don't.
That dude was having the day of his life.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, whatever substances he got, I want to know where he got them. But
and here's another thing.
Like, don't be scared. Don't be afraid to say no. To your point, Colby.
And if the price sucks, you could put some voodoo magic on the guy and root for a bad outing, and his price goes back up, and then you buy in. Jake did it last year with Scooble to win MVP. He got in with me.
Oh man.
And then
So
here's
fun
another
for
one,
like
guys.
30 seconds.
Here's another one. Jake and I were so adamant about AL MVP last year that I didn't have anything on Judge until very, very late when it went to 2-1. If you're and I got that, folks. I'm not saying 2-1's ever a good price.
Yeah.
But when it's a good price with a week to go in the season, come on. Come on. It's a great price. All right, let's get into this weekend. Let's get into today. Jake, before we get into our bets for Friday.
Oh, let's go! Yes! Andrei Stojakovic is coming back to Illinois. Let's go! Woo! Hell yeah.
Also, for anyone that cares out there, the DeHall has been great. Anyhow.
Oh, dude, your school's
Are there-
getting dragged on the internet, by the way. They're getting
For what?
flamed for magically coming up with $40 million for the athletics, but closing a bunch of arts departments. I saw that yesterday. A lot of people not happy.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, that's
But
so
you know,
awesome.
sometimes
Let's
you gotta
go.
put a plate. Sometimes you gotta put a plate down to build up the whole place.
I just really quick want to talk about, because Crutch said Shohei isn't going to happen. Why? Me and Crutch are usually aligned on like. Also, again, price. It was 30-1. He's pitching unbelievable. Like and the Dodgers are going to let him eat. Like
Don't say that, Amanda. Don't say
Yeah, that's
nobody cares
tough.
about art.
I
Art
mean,
is awesome.
96 pitches in his last start, 97 in the start before that. It's a health thing, but I think if they're going to let him eat, and the strikeouts came in the other night, 10 strikeouts against the Mets, and he's going to go 6 innings. I mean, he's on pace for 180 innings. I know Yamamoto's there, and maybe they cannibalize each other, and Skeens, yes, is probably still your most likely winner. But 30-1 for Ohtani, a guy who wants it and has the upside for has the talent. I'm not saying to bet it now. I don't know if 17-1 I'd bet it. I'd jump in on Ohtani, but I think he's going to be a finalist at the worst. Anyway, we can move on.
I don't mind that. My question was going to be: is there any spots, bets, team plays, look-aheads, monitor that you're going to monitor this weekend? Anything? One for me, number one is Vinny Pasquantino in New York, because that's my favorite look. The Dodgers against the Rockies rotation in Coors. Yeah, I'm just gonna be looking at price the whole weekend.
Sorry, I'm so stoked about Andrei Stojakovic coming back. That's so awesome. Look aheads. You're right. Dodgers against the Rockies. That makes a lot of sense. I'm trying to think of what the other series are that we have. Should probably know.
Is this where the Rockies, the Royals, wake up in a?
Well, I don't think it's tonight.
Ballpark
we can get into that in a second.
Yeah, we can. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Carson Bench leading off for the Mets this weekend. That's interesting. Is anything super?
Man, you're right.
Is this really?
There,
I mean the Jays. Are the Jays dead?
I mean, I'm still punching myself not getting involved with their under.
Yeah, I mean, Eric Lauer, please. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm going to be very interested in the Rangers-Mariners series. I think that's going to be a good barometer for how this is going to go the rest of the year. Mariners pitching staff at home. This brings up me to a good point, because I was leaning this way, and I want to see what you think. Should we just be betting Jacob deGrom as a plus 110 underdog tonight?
I'm not good with the full game. Maybe first 5.
Yeah, the Rangers bullpen is so bad. That's a good point.
Yeah,
the Mariners last night couldn't even hit Walker Buehler for the first 6 innings of the game to die. I would love for the Marlins to bounce back against the Brewers this weekend. That would be great.
They're a bad team. You got to let it mingle. Like tonight, I think the White Sox are in a good spot in Sacramento. Maybe the bats wake up. I wrote in our group chat that the White Sox batting averages have been bad 3 straight years in a row, under 200.
League worst 3 straight years.
Insane. But let me go back to the Dodgers-Rockies, because I do have a play today. I wrote about it over on batters-box.com. All the data and analytics are over there, but I'm going to keep it real smooth and simple right here. It's the Dodgers over 2.5 runs in the first 5 innings. I paid $1.40. if you want plus 130, that's the 3.5 runs. I think that getting the Dodgers at 2.5 runs in Coors is a steal when they have 5 elite rated hitters and 1 great. This is a team that's averaging 5 runs on the road. I think it's only like 6, 7 games. I think it's maybe 9, something like that. It's not the greatest sample size, but they're humming. They're the number 1 offense in baseball. Duh. Also, maybe I'm ageist or I'm just a realist. I think I'm both. But Sagano is coming down to freaking earth. And it's today. He's coming down to earth. He's looking phenomenal against some solid teams, but I don't think he's going to continue that in his seasoned sophomore season at the age of 36 against a superstar.
Is he 36?
36 sophomore, yes. And he's taking on the Monstars of LA in course. I think he's going to get shelled. He also has the worst rating on batter siphon box and has a poor average hitter matchup, WOBA, ISO, hard contact percentage, K percentage, and ground ball percentage. He's taking on an entire elite lineup of lefties. I think he gets demolished. Also got a great price on Shohei, who is the highest rated hitter on the day, at a .7. I got his home run at 244. Opened 250. I waited too long, it dropped. It's the only thing I have right now in terms of Shohei props, but 244 for Shohei to homer is a misprice. I thought it would be priced at plus 180. You're in Coors. I don't give a hoot. I don't give a hoot that Shohei looks like crap early on. We're talking about Shohei Ohtani. He controls the game by
As
himself.
opposed to?
What?
You said Shohei Ohtani, like as opposed to Shohei
Ohtani.
Smith?
Shohei Gonzalez.
I would like George Valera to be in the lineup. That still has not been.
Dude, George Valera is a great player.
I know, and I want to bet him today, but anyway, I digress.
Dodgers first 5 over 2.5 runs in the first 5. $1.40. It opened at $1.55, and I was like, oh, I don't like that. Then it dropped 15 cents. I was like, I'll pay the $1.40.
I mean, are we going to talk about Pajes too? We have to, right?
Dude, Matty Nice is on his nuke missile.
Bases. I thought he was on the bases.
Both. I think he's on both. You got to get on both.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
Coors, wide open. I didn't add. I know I usually say add Shohei's double. Shohei's double was basically the same price as his homer, and I'm like, I can live with losing that.
Yeah. Should I just give out my homer while we're here, since we're talking about home run props?
Because I have another one too.
And I have to recreate the Pirates standing on the ship with a rum bottle if my home run bet hits. Per my Twitter at DJ Kassan, by the way. You people know I love a revenge spot. I love a narrative spot. Give me the Brandon Lau what?
You people.
You people, yeah, you people. You know what?
Hey, all
yeah,
you people.
You
Hey,
people.
all you
Because
people.
this chat is pretty mean to me sometimes. Okay, so yeah, you people.
They know you're mean to me.
Oh yeah, anyway, just gonna take a second here. Brandon Lau. Brandon Lau to hit a home run for the Pirates today. Revenge spot against the Rays, who traded him away for pennies. Nick Martinez, 6 sub 2.5 ERA, dude. Does anyone really think that's gonna keep up? He's given up a home run in each start so far this year. His FIP is 2.5 runs higher than his actual ERA. Retribution is coming for Nick Martinez, and I think it's coming in the form of Brandon Lau, who has been absolutely on fire. 4 home runs in his last 6 games. He has the platoon matchup. Martinez a righty. He's a lefty batter. I love this. He had 2 home runs in the 4 games against the Nationals. He's hitting really, really well. So give me Lau. He's low, right? He's Brandon Lowe because it's Lau, right? Because it was Josh Lowe and Brandon Lau.
Yeah. Dude,
Okay.
it's spelled the same, and when I made my home run video on Sunday, I was like, I gotta go double check.
Yeah, it's dumb, but he's better than 4 plus 450. You can boost it at certain places to over 5-1. I love the spot. Love it so much that I'm choking on my own spit, apparently. Brandon Lau, home run today. Jakey Rakes, just for funsies, home run play of the day. What?
Perfect timing. I got the stats on Shohei having a .7 rating.
Love it.
Monty
Go for
sent
it.
them to me. Are we ready?
Did I know?
In 18-game sample size, Shohei Ohtani records 1 hit 83% of the time, 2 hits 33% of the time, 2+ bases 72% of the time, 3 bases 50% of the time, 2+ H to the double R 78, 3 to the H double R 72, homers 50% of the time, double 2%. He put LMAO next to 50%.
Holy
so that's
hell.
a nine times he's homered in those 18 games of his .7 rating.
That's crazy.
That means, folks, it should be even money today.
Yeah.
Also,
wild.
I made a bet on somebody. I've been dying for him to possibly be elite on batters-box.com. It's our good friend Mooney Murakami.
Yep.
I bet him to homer today, and I got his hit at even money. Even money. I boosted it. I think it was $1.45. Or it was $1.50 on FanDuel, and I boosted it on FanDuel, but $1.45 elsewhere. It's not a lot of in-depth numbers that I really liked. He's elite. He's a rookie. It's only the first couple weeks in the season. But despite the team's bad numbers, he doesn't have the sexiest average. We know he's got power. We know he's got pop. So he's taking on Aaron Savale, who's making his first start in Sacramento this season, which could be bad for him. Could be bad news bears. This is Mooney's numbers, expected averages and whatnot, against every pitch in Aaron Savale's repertoire that's above a 10%. Cutters, he throws 44% of the time to left-handed hitters. Mooney has a 422 expected batting average, 1183 x slugging, 669 x WOBA, 100% hard contact. Mooney against right-handed pitchers that throw cutters, 50% or 500 batting average, 25 00 OPS. He's got a 25 OPS against cutters. Sinkers, 289 expected batting average, 900 slugging, 559 x WOBA, 60% hard contact. Curves, 417 expected batting average, 502 x slugging, 501 x WOBA, 100% hard contact. Fastballs, 254 x XBA, 599 x slugging, 449 x WOBA, 46% hard contact. Against right-handed sinkers, that Aaron Savale throws 15% of the time against left-handed hitters. 756 LPS, 12% fastball, 848 OPS. It's just great numbers across the board that I just need a blue. I just need him to get on base. 1 hit, even money.
Yeah.
Give me it.
That's really good.
Give me it. Yeah.
I don't. Maddie was saying, and I meant to look into this and I didn't, so that's a bad job by me. But like Maddie was saying in the group chat the other day that Sacramento unders have actually been a thing lately. I don't know. I've bet a couple overs and they have come.
It can't be that hot there.
But
can't be that hot right now.
I think it's like in the 70s.
Tonight's a moderate day. Yeah.
Yeah. Savale has been really good though so far this year. Another guy who like regression is coming for sure because it's Aaron Savale.
His cutter was below league average and he throws that almost 50% of the time.
Yeah, because he's Aaron Savale. Last few minutes. Oh wow, this is plugged in. Thank God. My computer's at 17%. Because it's from the Middle Ages. Also, Colby, good job today turning your computer off before we got on the air. It looks much better. Good job. We should do that all the time. That was mean. I'm sorry. Should we talk about Cam Schlittler? Should I talk about Cam Schlittler? Are you joining me on this officially? Are you officially joining me on this?
I was going to talk about it with you first, maybe see how that goes.
Okay. Sure. I'm on Cam Schlittler, over 6.5 Ks. It's plus money. I put a little bit of a dabble, a little bit of a dip, not a dip, a little bit of a sprinkle on 10 strikeouts at 8-1 as well. Hand up, slandered Cam Schlittler coming into the year. Called him Brandon Pfaadt. It's my bad. It was mean. It was uncalled for. Thought he was going to face plant after he broke out in the postseason and got to the regular season. The one book posted his ERA number, and I think it was 3.5, Colby, and we were both like, yeah, over easily. And here he is. Here he is with a 2.4 ERA, a 1.78 expected ERA, a 0.54 FIP. Looks really good. Has gone over 6.5 strikeouts in every start this year. That's only 4 of them, but still, it's been really good. He's a strong rated pitcher today on Batters-Box. was strong rated once other time this year, went for 8 of them. The Royals, we talked about how miserable they are at the plate. They also strike out 25% of the time on the road. They are miserable. Now here's one of the best pitchers in the league at home under the bright lights of New York City. How do we think that's going to go? So I like Schlittler over 6.5 Ks. I like the ladder up to 10 a little bit as well, 8-1. I think he's going to absolutely shove tonight.
My rebuttal is, did you write it down or did you read from the text? Yeah! Yes! I love it. Let's see. What else do we have? 7th highest K percentage on the day. The Royals have 8 hitters above the league K rate. 5th highest pitcher on the day. I just want to know why it's sitting at $5.50, $1.40 on a certain book. I want to know why it's like there's like if it was 6.5 everywhere. I'm like, okay, fair. He's had 7, 8 this whole season. 5.5 is a completely different number.
I think it's because, to be honest with you, if you look at like the season-long strikeout numbers for the Royals, like over the last week, I think, which I mean is a very small sample size, but still,
they don't really strike out.
Like over the last week, they have an 18% K rate. I think on the season as a whole, they have a 22% K rate or something like that. So they don't strike out.
It went up $1.
It's like $1.
It went up. It's at -150 now. It's 140.
Oh, 10 cents. I was gonna say $1. I was like,
sorry. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
10 cents. I'm sorry.
It's like over 5.5 minus 240 would be nuts. I think it's because the Royals are generally seen as a team that doesn't strike out a ton. But I mean, I also wrote this down. He's 86th percentile or better, Colby, in generating chases, generating whiffs, and K percentage overall. Like it's unbelievable. So even for a team that isn't seen as a top strikeout team, sometimes I think like there's just a pitcher who supersedes that, whose stuff is so good it just doesn't matter. Anything else?
Yeah, sorry, I was just making sure. I rattle off everything I've locked in so far today. Definitely going forward, keep an eye on those Dodgers first 5 team totals if you want to get invested in those. For this one, the 1.5 that I usually say is an automatic. If you like it, 2.5 for this series. 2.5 is the number. You're not going to get 1.5 with the Dodgers. I think they should be priced at 3.5 every game, no matter where they're at. So if you see 2.5, I think it's a go. Treat that like it's a 1.5. But I wouldn't pay above 150. I saw 155, 150. I was like, it's still sweaty. You're still asking for a lot of runs regardless of where they're at. But again, you're talking about the number 1 team in baseball, the Monstars of LA.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they are, especially in cores. It just doesn't matter. Like, it's clockwork. And I mean, there's probably going to be one game where they sneaky don't get it. But I think for the majority of the series, you're going to get it. And you're going to come out plus EV. Yeah. So you'll be fine there. Before we wrap up, Colby, I have a couple of college baseball bets for today. Speaking of -140, I'm going to lay the -140 with Georgia Tech today. It's a top 3 series. They're at UNC. I've been doubting this team all year, and I'm just not going to be in the business of doubting them anymore. They're really good. This will make your plums a little bit, Colby. They're on a 13-game winning streak, Georgia Tech is right now. They are outscoring opponents 130-41 over that span. They are outscoring teams. They have a plus 250 scoring margin this year overall, 36 games. That's how badly they're beating these teams. And UNC starter Jason DeCaro, he's good, but he was dealing with an illness, and his last 2 starts, he's only got 7 innings total, 4 earned runs. I think he's super vulnerable here against this behemoth Georgia Tech offense. I'm willing to lay -140 with them on the money line today. I do have a wrong team favored. I'm going to take Kansas today at plus money. They're on an 11-game win streak. They can smell a Big 12 title. They look really good. They jumped into the rankings this week. Going on the road to Stillwater, to Oklahoma State, where they're 15-3, is a little scary, but they've been underwhelming all year. I think Kansas, the way that they're rolling, the way that they're playing right now, I think it's a wrong team favorite. I think this should be closer to like Kansas -115. The fact you could get them at plus 105, that's good enough for me. That's the only college baseball I have today.
Hell yeah. And that was Talking College Baseball with Jake Hassan. Jakey Nicey Rakies.
That's me. Can we please get George Valera in the lineup? I would like to bet him today.
I'm not going to sit here and complain about the Guardians right now because Matt does that with his write-ups over at Sports Illustrated. But we'll be quick. The Guardians don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want with any guy.
This is why they can't
All
develop
these guys-
players, because they don't freaking play them.
We don't need to go into this. The people know they're idiots. I mean, they were platooning. I don't know if it was platooning. Manzardo last year, they would just sit him because they felt like it.
Yep, and that's why he's
that's been off the
exceptionally
board.
Aggressively mediocre right now.
That's off the board, folks. Yes,
That's off the board.
Oh, that happens when you keep a guy. That's off the board. That's completely off the board. It's off the record. It's off the board. Folks, before we go, I just want to give a quick shout out to the MLB Game Center over on BetterDay.com. It's got projections, edges for sides, totals, and props. Go check it out. Tools over there. Crucial. You need tools. More tools in the shed, the better. Anywho, this is the Friday edition of Off the Board with Jake Hassan. Make sure to give him a follow at @JakeHassan on Twitter. Also check out... I always screw up your Substack because I want to call it jakeyrakes.substack. HassanHacks.substack.com. Colby Marcio, Colby M. Betts, everywhere. Colby M. Betts, literally everywhere. Colby M. Betts on Substack, Colby M. Betts on Twitter. Make sure to give Better Day a follow everywhere. Go check us out over there. This has been the Friday edition of Off the Board. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Love you all.